From AMF Peoria, we're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. Only one title match today because it's our mix-it-up format. New format for us, where after the singles 5-game qualifier, the top scratch and the top handicap bowler formed a doubles team and so on down the line. So we've been playing doubles since then. This is Paul Collier, part of the top-seeded team of he and Austin Thompson. That's a good shot, but a 7-pin for Collier. That's in the 5th frame already. This is a single-game Baker match. Paul is bowling all the odd-numbered frames, and Austin is bowling all the even-numbered frames for his team. They are giving 20 pins a handicap to the 2 seeds, Joe Lewandowski and Megan Laprelle. Collier cross lane at the 7-pin is going to get it. They are clean with the double through 5 frames. Laprelle and Joe each have an open frame, so that already makes up for the handicap difference. Here is Laprelle, a one-time champ out of the handicap division. Yeah, that's a beautiful shot, and that's a double to make up for one of those opens. Love this format because you have doubles teams that you'd never otherwise have. You have the older scratch guys really cheering for the handicap guys. So it's a really good vibe to it. As Megan has done more than her job all day long, and now here's Joe looking to consolidate that double and retake the lead in the match. Joe, a 4-time champ. Super smooth release, and there you go, gets that 10-pin out of there and make it a 3-bagger for Joe and Megan. Austin Thompson back in the title match after the reign of terror through the handicap division last summer. He moved up to scratch and immediately went and won a scratch tournament. Quite a story for him. Looking to win another one right here. He likes to throw it as hard as he can. That big high backswing, lots of rotation, and 10 in the pit there. Great shot for Austin. It's a high 5 from Paul. Let's see if Paul can back that up with a double of his own. Trails right now by 8 pins, so they can retake the lead by 2 if Collier can come up with a second strike in a row here. Exciting stuff here from Peoria, thanks to the crew here for hosting us. Always a fine job. Looking shot out of the left here. It's not quite gonna get up there. Leaving the 1-3. He bowled on the difficult Autobahn pattern today. That's one of Kegel's sport patterns. Similar shape to yesterday, but a little bit more length and a lot more volume. And a little bit flatter overall. Led to lower scores by about 30 pins throughout the field today. Cut was 60 down yesterday. It was 86 down today, for example. Can't send it too far right or too far left. Covers up the 1-3 very nicely. Let's see what Laprelle can do here. She struck last time, so she'll stay on the right lane the whole time doing all the odd-numbered frames. Up quickly at it. Oh, lucky to get the 7-pin out there and break up the split. Megan won 2 years ago on tour and then had a foot injury last year that sidelined her the whole year. Just coming back this weekend in fine style. Up quickly, she's going to go cross lane at this 6-10, try to avoid the chop. Try to avoid it going in the drink as well. Joe gives her a little shake it off and see if they can recover here in the 7th. The 3rd open of the match for Joe and Megan. And the lead changes hands with that. As now they trail by 8 pins. This is where the scratch bowler needs to come up clutch here in the 8th and 10th frames that Joe will be shooting. Oh, and instead a disastrous 4, 6, 7 for Joe. Ouch. It's like he just cut it a pinch short, and the pinch can be enough on this demanding pattern. He's going to give this a little bit extra ball speed and hope to bounce one of the pins out. Doesn't happen often here at Peoria. A lot of extra ball speed. Sacrifices an extra pin by going for it there. And they're in big trouble. Austin's got to jump all over that here. Austin with 4 wins as well. His partner Paul, the only non-champion bowling in this game. That could change in the next 10 minutes or so. Oh, he needed that to wheel, and it did wheel all the way back. Gets that light hit. And that's going to go a long way to sealing up the title. I would have expected those two to be giving like massive high tens to each other. And instead, it's a very calm team. Just a little, okay, nice shot. Oh, with really nice form. A tall guy gets way down at the foul line. Oops, fell off that one a little bit, off to the right. Same thing he left last time he was up, except add the 10 pin to it. That makes it a little bit trickier. Some chop possibilities come into play now. If he opens, the team would, or gets two, let's say the team would have 163. And that would change the lead back again. So back and forth we go. Big, big spare here for Collier. Oh, wow. Those pins just flew over in the 10 pin direction. Neither one of them touched them. Sorry, the lead doesn't change hands, but it's now cut to an 8-pin lead for Collier. So now it's back up for grabs here in the 9th and 10th frames. What can Laprelle do here? This is her last frame of the tournament.
Make it count, make it count, make it count. Yeah!
Did she ever make it count? I heard Joe over in the background screaming to make it count, and did she ever? Her last shot of the event's a strike. She's done all she can do. Now let's see if Joe can back it up with a strike of his own. The team trails by 8. And they can actually shut out the other team here. They got 205 if Joe goes off the sheet. The best Austin can do is get all 3 in his 10th frame for 203. So 2 strikes and 9 pins here wins the title. Back and forth title match, 10th frame. Got it out wider. Beautiful shot from Lewandowski there in the 10th. Didn't cut that one short. Got it out to the break point that he wanted and flushed 10 in the pit here. And the fill ball will be no gimme if he gets to that. Right now he's forced Austin to get a good mark. This one forces Austin to double. And this one plus 9 is title time. Toe got it in.
Come on.
Boy, he got it in a little bit, and instead of it jumping, this time it skated through the break point. Leaves the 2-8 double wood, and the spare here is going to be important for Joe. They spare it up to finish at 173. Oh boy, plus pins is 193. And that brings up all kinds of tie game possibilities. Not an easy spare on this lane condition. Let's see if he can spare it up first of all. All right, nice job on the spare, so they fill it up with the handicap for 193. Here's the deal, folks. Austin needs 20 pins in the 10th to tie. If he doubles, he wins. Anything less than 20 pins, the other team wins. Any combination of strike spare or spare strike, and we'll have a tie. It would be the second of the step ladder, and we'd go to a 2-frame roll-off to determine the champion. Exciting stuff. Austin is... We talked about Ben Kenfield coming through in the clutch yesterday. Austin has been just as good in clutch shots as Ben has been. Here's a clutch one right now. Oh! Through the beak. The only good news is he got the 4-pin out, so at least it's something makeable, but nonetheless, he now has to make the 6-7 and then strike after that. But first things first, he's got to really collect his thoughts here and not just throw this ball away. Think about the lane pattern, think about your natural tendencies in this point. Give it all you got at this split. No. Doesn't bounce, not to be, and on the bench, Joe and Megan take the title. What a tough break for Austin right there. Ouch. An equally bad break, of course, for Paul, and they're bowling doubles. But Joe and Megan win it all. Nice sportsmanship at the end. That's good to see. We'll hand out the flags to the top 2 winners. We'll do it all again next weekend out in Los Angeles. Wow, what a finish.